I know he passed
I mean,
away.
That's
I
not
mean,
how it works.
I can put Prince can do a lot of things. I'm not sure he's capable of.
No, I thought you
Pony
said in
Club's
the
pretty new,
no. Oh,
Because
oh,
the song is from like 3 years
and
ago.
it's on YouTube. Yeah,
oh! I
It's
thought you
on
said
Kinda
in
new.
YouTube.
the. I thought you said in the 80s.
An '80s pop icon.
That's what. Yeah. So. Oh,
Prince
never.
can't do live.
I'm
No.
not. Never mind. I thought you said. No, I
Oh, it's
did.
okay. I'll give you the answer. It's Rick Astley.
Wow.
Who the
I wouldn't
heck
guess
is
that.
Rick? At, hey,
Never
you
gonna
know
give
what?
you up?
Never gonna give you up. Never
Okay.
gonna let you down. Are you serious?
From Rickroll fame.
I. I have.
You know who
No,
Rick Astley is, bro.
no, I don't.
I was gonna guess Cyndi Lauper, but Rick Astley's good.
You have friends. Stop it.
No, I have no friends.
The
I
only
have-
band I think I wait that I. She's like a brain fart. The only band I can think of that did the cover was Guar, but they are far from pop. Hello,
I-
Mahana.
Hello, Mahana. How are
How are
you?
you doing?
Hello, baby.
I. No.
Let me catch up on the chat here.
Yes,
I do
please.
podcasts every morning. I didn't know you did podcasts.
Oh,
Have to say, it. Dingleberry, Dingleberry.
Okay, Dingleberry.
What's the subject for today? Dingleberry. The subject is what you are hearing. Hello,
Alright.
Khalifa. Thank you for the email.
All right.
Sophia on the beat.
All right.
Rick rolled. Dude, the dude that sings Never Gonna Give You Love.
Yeah,
Forget.
never mind. All right, new thing.
Moving
new
on.
Thing. No, we have to talk to Sean. My God, he has a very important book to sell here.
Thank you.
So, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm very interested in this book. With the audience geared by Paper Cuts,
Mhm.
was that the attended audience, or were you going for a different type of audience?
I think definitely that's the main selling audience is, to me, it's appropriate certainly for kids 18 to or 8 to 12, I think is what Paper Cuts thing is. But I also think if like I love, cartoons or Disney movies or Pixar movies, like I think if you're a fan of, if you get excited and like to see those movies, I certainly think you're gonna be a fan of this as well. Like I don't think of it as like a kiddie book, but it's certainly, like a animated film is kind of designed to be for kids between 8 and 12 or 13. That's kind of how this is. And then, but I think people of all ages really can enjoy it. I certainly do.
Okay, no, of course. I mean, I'm excited for it.
Thank you.
I was like, oh my God, because when we got the email, we had to think, oh my God, you don't have access to this. You need permission. So I'm like, oh, we got an advance copy. We got an advance copy. Yes. So Melissa, of course, gave us access, and it was just a blurb. I was like, curses, foiled
I
again.
gotcha.
Damn you, Roy. Damn
But-
you.
But I'm happy to hear that the cover alone
Yes.
got your attention. So I'm happy to hear
It
that.
did, because I was like, I wanted to read, and I sent it to Sophia. I was like, oh my God, we got an advanced copy. This is going to be awesome. And then I was like, never mind. It's just a book. I'm like,
Nice thing too about the cover was sort of kind of inspired by a picture of my kids too, or like I have
Really?
a girl who's like 6 and then a boy who is 2 in the picture, and so he's obviously shorter than her, and in the picture she's kind of bending down and smiling to like be more on his level, and I really liked that dynamic. So I sent that picture to the artist as well and was like, well, maybe
Let's bring that
this
up
could
one
be
more time.
something.
Oops.
look at that.
I like just the way she draws like his hands clasping.
Yeah, the
I think
detail.
is so good.
So nice.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Jar Jar has said,
When is the kickoff?
Yeah, you want to say one more time when the book?
Oh, it comes out July 7th. But you can pre-order it now. They've got it on their website for pre-order.
Okay, so
Awesome.
let's talk
Donald,
about.
hold on.
Okay.
I know lots of adults who love anime. I love anime.
Yes, of course. So
Anime's
let's
amazing.
talk about this. A lot of our audience, and I'm sure that this is going to come up now. A lot of our audience love autograph stuff. They love to love their stuff decked out. They love to have it autographed. They purchased a book at their LCS. They purchased a book off of Mad Cave. How do they get it to you if you're not at a convention? We know that you're busy, especially with the stuff that you did in the past. We're going to get to that because I do want to talk about the COVID book.
Mm.
How do they get it to you? Do you have a post office box that they can send it to
I
you?
do not. I hadn't thought of something like that, but that's something I should think about for sure. That's not something that came up in my head as something that people would want. So I'll have to
Really?
definitely think about that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think of myself as. To me, I'm like I'm excited about the book. Me, I feel like people are less interested, but
I don't know. You
as
got a comment saying Lewis is right.
I have a
Autographed
st-
rock.
That's very kind of you. I have a PTSD memory of being at Comic-Con one year when Suicide Squad was just coming out. I think only one issue had come out so far, and DC put me at a booth at San Diego. And so no one knew who really I was, or really the book hadn't come out yet. So it was like me and two other guys at this booth, and people would be in line. They'd get the thing signed by the two other guys. They'd look at me, and then they'd just walk away.
Oh
So-
no!
What, you want an award for that? Are you really?
I don't remember I don't know what this award was, but I'll take
Yeah.
your word for it.
No, it's part of your bio.
I think, well, it was on the New York Times
Yes,
graphic
that's-
novels bestsellers list.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
talking.
awesome.
Which was
That's
great.
what I was talking about.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that was great. But this was, I guess, when it was kind of first. This was like issue 2, I think, it just come out. So I'm always like, all right. But
Why? But
It's
it was
a-
the freaking Suicide Squad, and they just what? That's just insane. That I mean, come on now. You're a writer is part of the creative staff. You are the one putting the brains to this. You're putting the words to everyone. It's the artist, yes, the inker, the colorist, yes, but the writer is the one that puts everything together. You would
I think I was just
that they-
new. I think it was maybe just too new that they just weren't sure, like, who's this guy? And then it was just funny to get, like, the look in the face and then the turn away.
Oh
It was like,
no!
well, I guess I'll drive home now.
No.
See everyone later.
that oh my
So I don't
God.
consider autographs, but you bringing that up is a good point, and it's something I should think about for sure.
Yes, we got no. I mean, we have a lot of writers that people want their autographs from because I mean,
Very nice.
you're the voice.
Have you done cons since? Jar Jar asks.
I think maybe one or two since then, but nothing else a ton since then.
Okay.
All right, before we get to our next break, and we're gonna just push Xanar and Mr. Tuxedo aside because I think that this needs to be brought out, even though it's been 6 years. During COVID, you wrote a book about first responders, about nurses. I'm not going to ask you what inspired you to do so because everyone was inspired by them because it needed to be said. First, I want to thank you for doing that. My daughter's a nurse. I want to
Oh,
thank
wow.
you for doing something like that. And just let's talk about it. I mean,
Well, it was a
do
great-
you have a
it was a-
nurse in your life?
No, it was one of those things where it just came about because I'd been doing little things for the Marvel. I don't know if they still have it, but they had a department called Custom Comics, where if an outside company comes to them and goes, "We want to make a comic for promotional purposes," or blah 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 blah. And so I'd done a couple things for them, and then so during COVID, this was like December of 2020, I think, or November of 2020, the guy from Marvel reached out to me because this group in Pennsylvania called the Allegheny Health Network, they wanted to make a comic to praise their nurses and be like, you guys have done an amazing job. And so then the guy at Marvel reached out to me to do it. So it wasn't a thing I came up with or I wasn't like, I should do this. But once they asked me to do it, it was like, oh my gosh, like I have to do this. And there was a lot of pressure and whatnot to kind of tell their stories right and somewhat accurately, or maybe not accurately, but get the emotions through of what they were dealing with, because it was basically a comic made for them, so you wanted to do right by them. So yeah, it was a really special thing to be a part of, because I think they all really appreciate it. They put out a video about it that I know that shows some of the nurses like reading one of the stories to their kids, and they're crying and hugging their children, and the kids are calling their parents a hero, and you're like, because that's something you did. It was a very, obviously what they did was unbelievable. But it was a very, very nice thing to be asked to do, and hopefully I got it right and made them feel special because of it.
How much research did you have to do? Now, I'm very interested in this, and I wish I knew about this back then, because I would have loved to have you on and talk to you back then about it. And I'm sorry that it took so
worries.
long, because it's incredible to have a hero like yourself to talk about real, true life heroes.
I'm trying to think. I mean, it was during COVID, and me and my wife and my daughter were living in Los Angeles at the time, and it wasn't a thing where it's like, I'm going to go research at a hospital, but I tried to just watch as much news stuff of like, this is what people are really going through. Here's a day in the life sort of news segments as much as I could. They had also provided some stories from their nurses to try to work in. Like I think one of the nurses who like shaved their heads and other such things. So taking that and then trying to take as much from the footage I could find of days in the life stuff, and just trying to, again, like, I'm not going to get all the science right or whatnot, but just trying to get the emotion of just like the punishing work schedule, the non-stopness of it, and how they just kind of kept pushing through. And I was really proud of the last one is kind of like a poem from a patient's point of view, where he calls about the nurses, like her smiling eyes, because that's the only part he can see. And so that was the one I really like. I think they're all pretty good, but that one I was really proud of, because I feel like it got the emotional part of it through, about how these nurses are such an important part of these patients' lives, especially during COVID, because they couldn't see anyone else except for these nurses.
All right, we're going to wrap this up before we get to our next break with this final question about this. Is the book still available? Where can we find it?
I don't think so, because it was never really for sale. It was just sort of like it was really just a promotional book, or not promotional, like a gift that Allegheny Health Network wanted to print up to give to their own nurses. Because I remember my own.
There you go, right there, Mango.
This guy's unbelievable.
Yes, he's one of the best mods we got, man.
I hope he's on the payroll. He's dynamite.
Yeah, we pay him in green M&Ms. That's what we pay.
Because I got copies, I think, and then, but yeah, I wasn't sure.
Oh, there's more than one?
There's more than one.
They did a EMS one, or like that I wrote as well. I'm not I was glad to do it, and I was happy to do it, but that's a personal thing. I'm not as happy with how I did on it, but the Vitals one, yeah, that was also cool, because I was on ABC News, and I got interviewed on CNN, like live for it. Okay, it's just digital. Okay.
Digital. Okay, thank you.
Well,
but yeah, very super proud, and very just like one of those amazing things to be a part of, that you're like, I'm happy to be here, and thank you very much.
Well, all right, Sean, I know we had to have you on here for Xanar and Mr. Tuxedo, but after reading this in your bio, dude, I had to talk to you about that, because this is something to be proud of, man.
Yeah,
and
very much
I wanted
so.
to remind everyone what you did, and I'm just proud to have you on here to talk about this. And if I knew about this years ago, I would have had you on here back during that, because, dude, I'm just proud to know you for doing.
Thank you very much.
That was just incredible.
Thank you.
Hey, it's time. We got to play a game. So as we play this game, Sean's going to answer first, then Sophia, and then chat. But it is time.
It's the question of the week. Let's dive right in. Riddles and laughter. Where do we begin? Silly little queries, they never grow. In this game of wits, our stories unfold. Why did the chicken cross? Oh, who knows why? Knock, knock jokes that make us all sigh.
Alternate Universe LLC, Milford and New Haven. Yeah, brother. Hey, I'm gonna be there. Free comic book day, first Saturday in May. Make sure you come on down and see us. Little one, she ain't gonna be there. She's gonna be elsewhere, but we're gonna try and hook something up, or we're gonna be connected, because she's gonna be at wrestling with the ARE crew, and she's gonna be she's the headlining cosplay star during New England Fan Fest, and she's gonna be hanging out with Jay Crandall and the people, at the ARE thing at the table. But
I
she
mean,
ain't
I have
gonna
my
be
own
at the
table, but
I know, but she gonna be walking around as being Sophia.